We're going to start, obviously, on our mat, and you're going to come into child's pose. So I want you to come onto all fours. I want you to come onto all fours. Face this way, please. Yeah. And then you're going to bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees about rib cage distance apart. Bring your hips back to your heels. Nice. And then bring your forehead down towards your mat. And then soften the elbows, right? So that the forearms come all the way down. And then I want you to stack your palms or your fists and rest your forehead on your hands. Stack your hands underneath your face. Yes, ma'am. And close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths. Nice. Start to walk your fingertips forward so you feel a little more length through the side of the body. So you're even going to lift the elbows and wrists, right? And as you inhale, I want you to think of like really expanding, right? Creating this like straight line from fingertips all the way back through to the tailbone. And then we're going to come up onto the fingertips. So tent the hands. You're going to lift your chest, look forward, and then walk your hands over to the right. Reach through your left fingertips. Take a full breath in. And on the exhale, bring your chest down, your forehead to the floor, and really breathe into the left side. So think when you inhale, right, we're creating more space through the left side of the rib cage, from the hips. And then on your exhale, can your hips get a little bit heavier? One more breath here. And then you're going to lift the chest, look forward, walk your hands over to the left. Really reach through your right fingertips. Inhale, still looking forward. On your exhale, bring the chest and the forehead down towards the floor. And then think you're really breathing into the right side of the body now, right? And even like feel the expansion on the right side as you inhale, creating more space. And then you're going to lift the chest, look forward, and then we're going to come back to center. And you're going to come up just slightly. Keep your knees a little bit wider than your hips, like they are right now. Keep your big toes touching. We're going to take the left arm out to the side, palm facing down, full breath in. On the exhale, you're going to thread your left arm through, come down to the shoulder, the side of the head, and then you're going to reach your right arm forward, right? And then maybe drop your right shoulder down in line with your left. And think about really lengthening out through the right side of the body. Yeah, perfect, mommy. But still let your hips be heavy. Now from here, if you want to come into the twist, you're going to bring your right hand back in front of your face. Nope, that's your left arm. Bring your right hand back. And then you're going to press into your palm and start to stack your right shoulder on top of your left and roll the right rib cage back. 2 breaths. Last one. With the next inhale, we're going to press down into the right palm, come all the way up, reach the left arm up to the ceiling, full breath in, and then exhale, release the left hand down. So bring the left hand to the mat, kind of like right underneath your face. Take your right arm out to the side, full breath in. On your exhale, you're going to thread your right arm through, come down to the shoulder, the side of the head, and then walk your left fingertips forward to the front of the mat. right? Start by finding length through the left side of the body. Now let's bring the left hand back so it's in front of the face, and then start to stack the left shoulder on top of the right, coming into the twist. Nice, babe. Can you bring your left shoulder back more towards me? That's your right shoulder. Yes, ma'am. Okay, bringing your left hand in front of your face, press down into your palm, come all the way up, reach up through the right fingertips, full breath in, and then exhale, release the right hand down to meet the left. Bring your knees closer together so that they're right underneath your hips, and then separate your feet so they're right behind your knees. You're gonna press down into the tops of the feet and like the front of the shins so that you start to feel some activation through the backs of the legs. Nice. Now tone up the lower abdominals, and then you're gonna drop the belly down just a little bit so you can lift up through the chest, look forward, coming into cow. We're gonna hold here for a breath, and I want you to see if you can keep your lower abdominals engaged the entire time. Nice. Now from here, we're gonna tuck the tailbone, right? Really arch up into the upper back. Let the head be heavy and breathe here. So you're staying in cat. You're still pressing down into the tops of the feet and the palms of the hand, right? Let the head hang heavy. And then inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze, coming back to cow. And then exhale, coming back to cat. So starting to move with your breath. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, look forward. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the back, and let the head be heavy. One more time. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze, and then exhale, round. Come back to neutral. We're gonna curl the toes under so that you're opening the soles of the feet. Nice. Okay, so tone up your lower abdominals. And when you inhale, I want you to think about breathing into the side of the rib cage. Like, can you expand through the sides a whole bunch? And then on your exhale, we're gonna lift the knees just an inch or two, right? Stay here for the inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees. We'll do one cat and cow. So you'll inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the back, let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back to neutral, right? Exhale, lift the knees just 1 or 2 inches, right? Inhale here. Stay through the exhale. Yes, you do. Inhale, exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then exhale, round the back, let the head be heavy. We're gonna do one more. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, lift the knees, just an inch or two. 2 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can tone up the lower abdominals, right? Exhale here. One more full breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. One cat and cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back. Let the head be heavy. Pause here. Hug your lower ribs in and up. Now take your hips back to down dog. 5 breaths here, and you can have any movement that feels good, right? We can pedal the feet out, walking the dog. You can windshield wiper the hips back and forth. Whatever feels good. 3 more breaths. Oops. Now you're gonna lift your heels, right? Bend your knees pretty generously. And then I want you to walk your hands back to meet your feet. Right, so notice your feet. Toes are pointing forward, heels are pointing back. Bend your knees enough that you can drape the upper body over the thighs. Let the head be heavy. You're gonna shake your head yes and no. Release any tension in the neck. Interlace your hands behind your head so your pinky's resting at the base of the skull. You're gonna hug your elbows in. See if you can touch your elbows to your shins. And just breathing into the upper back here. Now feel the strength of the legs. We're gonna inhale slowly up to standing. Keep the soft bend in the knee coming up so that as you come all the way up to standing and the head comes up, then we straighten the legs. You're doing good, Case. Take your elbows out to the side. Press your head back into your hands. So I want you to tone up your lower abdominals. Yep. Lift up through the chest and then even look up towards the ceiling just a little bit. And then you're going to look forward, point your elbows forward, and then inhale, lift the elbows up towards the ceiling, pressing the head back into the hands. One full cycle of breath here. And then you're going to look forward again. Release your hands, interlace them behind your back. So you're going to draw your hands down towards your heels, right? Roll the shoulders back, tone up the lower abdominals, lift up through the chest. Yeah. Now, soften your knees and then hinge forward at the hip, forward fold. Keep the bend in the knee. Right now, let the head hang heavy and then maybe start to bring the arms up overhead. So I want to get full range of motion with the head. So you're going to look to the right. And then we're going to come through center and look to the left. You'll come back to center. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. And then you're going to walk your hands forward and come back to down dog. 5 breaths here. Right? See if this down dog can have stillness, right? So you make little subtle adjustments, but no big movements. So think you're spreading your fingers out wide. Yes. And then press more into the inside of the palm of the hand, right? So that you feel like as you are pressing into the inside of the palm of the hand, right? You're starting to get a little more length through the side of the body. 2 more breaths here. Bring a little bend to your knee. Yes, right there. Okay, look forward to your hands and walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Now, I want you to notice your feet again. Turn your toes forward. Yeah, inhale, lift up halfway. Bring your hands to your upper thighs. Right? Keep the little bend in the knee. Look forward slightly. Hug your elbows into the side of the body. And then think about taking your shoulders away from your ears. Right? Squeeze your hips so your legs are strong. And then with the next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Circle the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Perfect. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins this time. And then on the exhale, let's step the right foot back. Lower your back knee. Hands down to the floor. Yes. Right. Uncurl your back toes. Right. So it's the top of the foot on the mat. Now inhale, bring your arms up by the ears. Interlace all 10 fingers. Right. And then release your pointer finger. Like Charlie's Angels, like you're going to have a gun. Okay. Pause here. Take a full breath in. Think about really lengthening out through the side of the body. Now exhale, lean over to the left just a little bit. If you want to go deeper, bend your left knee more. One more full cycle of breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Now exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Plant your right palm below your right shoulder. Inhale your left arm up. So we want to keep that same directional movement of your left knee going forward. Yeah. One more breath here. And then exhale, release your left hand down. You're going to step your left foot back to meet your right. Come into down dog. Nice. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Nice. Okay, bring your forehead to the floor and then bring your big toes to touch behind you. I want you to press down into the tops of the feet and interlace your hands behind your head. So again, pinkies at the base of the skull, elbows out to the side. Okay, you're gonna inhale. You're right, babe. You can interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your elbows, lift your forehead, and just hover here. Yeah, 5 breaths. 1, 2, keep pressing down into the tops of the feet. 3, 4, and 5. Lower down. Bring your hands below your shoulders, bring your hips to your heels. Come into child's pose for 1 breath here, right? Really opening up through the entire back of the body. Now we're gonna lift the hips, curl the toes under, come into down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale your right leg up. Yep. On your exhale, bring your right knee to the nose, round the back. Inhale, extend back. We're doing it 2 more times. Exhale, right knee to the nose, round the back. Inhale, extend back. Last one. Exhale, right knee to the nose, round the back. So now we're gonna inhale, extend back. On your exhale, sweep your right foot forward to your hands. Lower your back knee. Inhale, bring the arms up by the ears. So now we're gonna open up to the right. So bring your arms up. And then you're gonna open up to the right. So reach your left arm forward and your right arm back. Tone up your lower abdominals. Press into my hand. As you inhale, think about lifting up through the heart. Nice. Now, looking forward to your left hand, you're gonna reach through your left fingertips, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, hands together in front of your heart, right? Inhale here, and you're gonna stay through the exhale. Think about drawing your right rib cage back. Now, as you inhale, can you bring your chest forward and up? And then exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Step your right foot back to meet the left. You're gonna inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice, other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back. Lower your back knee. Uncurl your back toes so you're on the top of the foot. Inhale, bring the arms up. All the way up by the ears. Yes, now interlace all 10 fingers, release your pointer finger. Take a full breath in here. Think about getting lots of length on the side of the body. Now lean over to the right, just a little bit. And then if you want to go deeper, you can bend your right knee more. Tone up the lower abdominals. Think about when you inhale, you're lifting up through the heart. And then on the exhale, come back to center. Release your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Come into down dog. Nice. Inhale, come forward to plank. On your exhale, lower all the way down. Think hips and shoulders down at the same time. That was lovely, Case. Inhale, cobra. Point your toes. Yes, ma'am. Exhale, back to down dog. Okay, bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to the nose, round the back. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left knee to the nose. We're doing one more. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left foot forward to your hands. Lower your back knee. Inhale, lower your back knee. Yes. Inhale, arms up. Perfect. Now open up to the left. Reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. Pause here for a minute, right? Think about toning up the lower abdominals to lift up through the heart. Look forward to your right hand. Now reach through your right fingertips. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Coming into the twist. So a couple of breaths here, right? Take an inhale and think about lengthening out through the spine. There you go. And then on your exhale, roll the left rib cage back. There's no social distancing for us. I'm all up in your space. She loves it. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, release your hands down to the mat and then step your left foot back to meet the right and come into down dog. Yeah, look forward to your hands. Walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Nice. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You're gonna inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. Nice. So come up onto your fingertips. Yeah. And then slide your hands back so your fingers are in line with your left foot. Okay. Fire up your right leg. Think about your legs being really strong here. We're just going to lift the torso up enough that the hands float off the floor. And then we're going to reach the hands back towards the right heel. So think about expanding across the chest. Now inhale, come all the way up to crescent. And then on the exhale, bend the elbows, kind of like a goalpost. Yeah, inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back. Come into down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to the nose, round the back. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, same side of the body. Yep. Exhale, extend back. I've got my breaths wrong. Let's take the right knee over to the left. Yeah, come across your body. Now, inhale, extend back, three-legged dog. On your exhale, bring your right foot forward to your hands. Now, lower your back knee. Keep your back toes curled under this time, right? And then I want you to inhale, bring the arms up by the ears. And then exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Bring the hips back, start to straighten the right leg. Okay, the inhale is gonna bring it forward. Lift the arms up by the ears. And then exhale, release the hands down, start to straighten the right leg. We're doing 2 more rounds like this. Inhale, bring it forward. Arms come up by the ears. Exhale, release the hands down, bring the hips back, straighten the right leg. Pause here. Inhale, look forward. Think about lifting up through the chest. Exhale, rounding over. 2 breaths. Breathe into the back of the right thigh. Nice. Inhale, look forward. Walk the hands forward. Lift the back knee. We're going to step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Slide your hands back so they're in line with your right foot, but you're up on your fingertips. Now, fire up your left leg. Think about your legs being strong. We're just gonna lift the torso up so the hands float above the floor. Now, reach the hands back towards the left heel. And as you inhale, I want you to think about opening up through the chest. Nice. With your next breath, let's come all the way up to crescent, arms up by the ears. On the exhale, bend the elbows, goalpost arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, same side of the body. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, come across the body. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, bring your left foot forward. Nice, lower your back knee. Keep your back toes curled under. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands down, straighten the left leg, left toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, bring it forward, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands down, hips come back, start to straighten the left leg. 2 more like that. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, release the hands down, hips come back, straighten the left leg. Last one, inhale, hips come forward, arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Okay, pause here. Think about left toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Now look forward, full breath in. Exhale, rounding over. 2 breaths. Last breath. Keisha's so excited she got up this morning for this. She looks really stoked right now. Okay, walk your hands forward, bend into your left knee. Lift your right knee up off the mat. Now step your right foot forward to meet the left. Forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up. Exhale, forward, or hands to your heart. Okay, one more round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, come all the way up to crescent, arms up by the ears. So now on the exhale, I want you to bend your elbows and lower your back knee down. Yep, inhale, bring it back up. We're gonna do 3 more. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, straighten the legs, come back up. Last one, exhale, dip back down. Inhale, come up, straighten both legs. Let's fold over the left leg. Let the head be heavy. Now inhale, look forward. On your exhale, bend your left knee. Come back to your lunge. Okay, stay on your right fingertips. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Now from here, we're gonna inhale all the way up to awkward warrior, reaching your right arm forward, woohoo, and your left arm back. Stay for a breath. Turn your palms up, right arm up, left arm down. Reverse awkward warrior. Bring your right elbow across to the outside of your left thigh, hands together in front of the heart, revolve lunge. Fire up your right leg. Look down, release your hands. Step your left foot back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. So let's inhale the right leg up, bend the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left, and just take a breath here for a minute. I want you to think that you're like equally pressing into all 10 fingers, right? Like there's lots of length happening even on the left side of the body. Nice. Drop your right shoulder down just a little bit. Yes, ma'am. Okay, straighten your right leg. Bring your right foot forward to your hands. Okay, inhale, come up to crescent, arms up by the ears. On your exhale, we're gonna open up to warrior 2, right? So drop your back heel, face the long edge of your mat. You're there. Nice. Look down to your right foot. Make sure that your toes are pointing forward. And then as you bend into your right knee, I want you to look back to your left arm. So arms out and look back. Okay, think about all that space you have in the chest. You're gonna keep that, right? But you're gonna look to the right. Yes, ma'am. Full breath in. On your exhale, release your hands down to the mat, lift your back heel, step your left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, look forward, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead, palms to touch. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. On the exhale, step your left foot back. We'll inhale, come up to crescent, arms up by the ears. On the exhale, bend the elbows, dip the left knee down. Inhale, come up, straighten both legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, dip down. 2 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dip down. Last one. Inhale, come up. Now exhale, dip the back knee down. Inhale, come up, straighten both legs. Now fold over the right leg. Let the head be heavy. 1 breath here. Okay, look forward, inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee. Stay on the left fingertips. Reach your right arm up. So give your left knee just a tiny little bend because we're gonna inhale all the way up to awkward warrior. So you're gonna keep reaching your right arm back and your left arm forward. Nice. So pause here for a minute. Turn your left palm up and then reverse it. Bring your left arm up and your right arm down. And feel the space in the front of the left hip. We're gonna bring the left elbow across to the outside of the right thigh. Hands together in front of the heart. Fire up your left leg. 1 full cycle of breath here. It is hard, you're right. Okay, release your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale your left leg up and then bend your left knee, stack your left hip on top of the right. And breathe here. And I want you to really press into your right hand. Right, drop your left shoulder down just a little bit so it's in line with the right. Okay, inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward to your hands. Ooh, Keisha's got a slippery mat. Inhale up to crescent, arms up by the ears. Okay, drop your back heel, open up to warrior 2. Perfect. Look down to your left foot, right? Make sure your toes are pointing forward and then bend your left knee. But I want you to look back to your right arm. And notice when you look back, right, you have all this space through your chest. Keep all of that, but then look to your left hand. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Now lift your back heel. And then step your right foot forward to meet the left. It's slippery. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Perfect. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. On your exhale, I want you to step your right foot back, but only go back like maybe half the way that you normally would. So kind of a short stance. You're gonna drop your back heel about 45 degrees. And then I want you to come up onto your fingertips with as straight of a left leg as possible. You're gonna inhale, look forward. And then on the exhale, fold in. And then really think about breathing into the back of the left thigh. So I want you to think about pressing down into the big toe of the left foot and the baby toe at the same time, and then draw your left hip back, like wrap your left hip back. Keisha, that was perfect. 2 more breaths here. Okay, from here, I want you to inhale, look forward. So we're still folding. We're up on the fingertips. You're gonna bring your hands to your hips and then inhale, come all the way up. Now we're gonna step the right foot forward and lift the right knee, right? So we've got our hands on our hips, right? Right knee up. Bring your right hand below your right knee. So you're like hugging your knee in, right? Think about this being way more about your left leg. So it's like you're pressing down through the sole of the foot, tone up your lower abdominals, and then let's take the right leg out to the side. Now from here, you're gonna take your right foot across the outside of your left thigh. So come into a figure 4, right? Start to bend into your left knee and really getting into your right hip. This is for you, Acacia Mikkel. I know, it's so good. You can use the wall for balance if you want. Right, you guys can use something for balance because I want this to be less about the balance and more about the hip opener. So really getting into the right hip, and we're gonna spend at least 3 more breaths here and have them be like the really full, long breaths if you can. See if you can soften the jaw, soften the face. Perfect. We're gonna inhale, come back up, lift the right knee, lower the right foot to meet the left. So come away from the wall, come back to your front of the mat, arms down by the sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot back. Remember, so we're not taking a huge step back, right? It's a pretty small step. I want you to drop your back heel, come up onto your fingertips, and then press down into the big toe and the baby toe of the right foot. Now draw the right hip back just a little bit. Full breath in. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Keep pressing into the right foot. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but it's being so weird. It just plays for like a minute and then stops for a minute. Okay, one more breath here. Let's inhale, look forward. Using the strength of the legs, exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. We're gonna bring the left foot forward and lift the left knee. So bringing the weight into the right leg. If you wanna use a wall for balance, right, go ahead and move over to the wall because we're gonna press down through the sole of the right foot, tone up the lower abdominals, lift up through the sternum, and we're hugging the left knee in. And then we're gonna open up to the left. One more breath here. Now, let's take the left foot across the right thigh, right? Flex the foot so that you protect your knee. Send your hips back into the hip opener. Right, we're gonna be here for about 5 breaths because I really want you to get the opportunity to get into the hip. Flex your left foot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, bring this back. Boop. And then sit it down. But think about sitting it down like this way. That's good, baby. You should do this all the time. You're fine. One more breath. Okay, let's come out of that. Ooh, lift your left knee and then lower the left foot to meet the right. Finding the front of the mat. Nice. And just taking a moment here with the feet about hip distance apart right? Let's work on a little bit of stability now and balance. So what I want you to do is bring your right foot in front of your left so that you're on a tightrope, right? It's incredibly hard to stand in a line, right? Anyone who thinks that they're amazing with balance, no, not until you do this, do you know? And kudos to the people that walk literally on a tightrope over high things, circus performers and such. Okay, hands together in front of your heart. Tone up your lower abdominals, lift up through the chest, look forward, Case. Nice. Okay, if you're like, I want a challenge, I'm getting really good at this, close your eyes. Notice how much we depend on awareness, like our visual surroundings for our bearings. And then maybe opening the eyes. And then let's lift the gaze up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Yeah. And then bring your arms forward, like 45 degrees. And if you were like, what's 45 degrees? It's in between, straight out from the shoulders and up by the ears, right? It's like that halfway mark. It should feel pretty easy to soften the shoulders down, right? If it feels like your shoulders are up here, lower the arms just a little bit more. And then I want you to press into your palms a lot, and then maybe press more into the pinky side of the hand. Now, notice that when you do that, you press into your palms, you tone up the lower abdominals. Maybe it's a little bit easier to lift up through the sternum. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. Step your right foot back behind your left. And let's do all of that again. So move your weight around, right? Feel equal distribution of your weight in your feet. And then pause when you feel like you have equal weight in left and right foot. Right? Be mindful not to lock your knees. You have a little bit of a softness, but at the same time, you're hugging the muscles a little bit closer to the bone. Tone up the lower abdominals. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Let the gaze be soft, looking down to start, right? Like this is option one. And just really feeling maybe all the little muscles in your feet and your legs start to trigger, right? To stabilize you and hold you up. And these are really important muscles to keep toned and strong. Now, if you're like, I'm ready for option two, close your eyes. See if you can take away one of your senses. You're gonna cover, you can if you want. And then open your eyes. Okay, let's look up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Right? And notice how that changes it, right? It's like a little more difficult than looking down, but it's exhilarating, right? When we lift the gaze, right, there brings a little more energy into it. When we look down, right, that tends to be a little more grounding. It tends to settle your energy. When we look up, it's like we're bringing the awareness up the body. So arms out, 45 degrees, palms touch, super straight arms. Right? As you squeeze your palms together, drop your shoulders down. Nice. Debbie, that was awesome. Okay, press into the pinky side of the hand. Now tone up the lower abdominals. And as you inhale, think about lifting up through the sternum. Look at your thumbs. And then exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Nice. Come back to the front of your mat and find Tadasana. Right? Tadasana, find Tadasana with the big toes touching for a moment and your arms down by the side of the body. And then I want you to close your eyes. And I want you just to notice how it feels to stand here, right? We did a lot of work on stabilizing, a lot of strengthening through the legs. So it should feel pretty solid. But then I want you to try this. I want you to open your eyes, separate your feet about hip distance apart, right? And then I want you to lift your toes and spread them out and like really notice pressing down through the big toe and the pinky toe. Tone up the lower abdominals. Bring your arms down by the side of the body with your thumbs pointing forward. And then as you inhale, think about lifting up through the crown of the head And then as you exhale, think about reaching your fingertips down towards the pinky toes. And then I want you to turn the palms to face forward and see if you can bring your pinky finger to the outside of your thighs. Keep toning up the lower abdominals, lifting up through the crown of the head. Now inhale, reach the arms up, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. And since we have the feet about hip distance apart, I want you to bend the knees enough that you can reach down and grab a hold of your big toes with the first two fingers of each hand. Then you're going to inhale, look forward, long spine, and exhale, fold in, bending the elbows. So there is definitely two energies here, right? We're pressing down with the big toe and we're pulling up with the first two fingers of the hands, so that as you inhale, you start to straighten your legs by taking your tailbone up towards the ceiling. But on the exhale, you still are using the strength of the arms to draw the top of the head down towards the floor. Two more breaths here. Case, bring your weight forward slightly out of your heels. Perfect. Now inhale, look forward, straight arms. Exhale, release your big toes. Stay down. Yeah, but you can do that with your hands on the ground. Release your big toes. Yes, ma'am. Separate your feet wide enough that you can lower your hips down into a squat. Yeah, you can face forward too, honey. Yeah, thank you, lovey. Okay, so here's the deal. I do not care if your toes point forward or they point out. Here's what I'm looking for. I want you to have your toes and your knees pointing in the same direction, right? Doesn't matter if your heels touch the floor. Some people, their anatomy, that just doesn't work in their feet, right? Just kind of depends on how your feet are made, and everybody's are different. So if you want your heels to be pressing down into something, you can always take that blanket that I had you grab and bring that underneath your heels for a little bit of support if you like. Otherwise, let's bring your hands together in front of the heart, right? Elbows are on the inside of the thighs or the knees area. And then think, with your palms touching, you're pressing into your elbows to lift up through the sternum. Nice, Case. Right? Big full breath in. So think your breath is moving up through the front of the body. And then on the exhale, soften the shoulders. Yeah, soften the hips. Take another full breath in here. On your exhale, release all 10 fingers. And then we're going to bring your hands behind your hips and you're going to have a seat. Yep. And then, Case, you're going to stay seated, but I want you to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. So you can keep facing that direction so they can see that angle. Okay. Now, take your heels, slide them away from your body so that you're creating like a diamond shape on the inside of the thighs, right? Bring your hands to your shins, sit up tall, full breath in. On the exhale, we're going to come forward, bringing the forehead towards the big toes. So getting a little bit of length through the side of the body and then getting a nice opening through the outside of the hips. One more breath here. And then we're going to walk the hands back. And then we're going to slide the heels in towards the body. So coming into that more traditional Baddha Konasana or bound angle, right? And then bring your hands to your feet, sit up tall, right? See if you can kind of tone up through the abdominals to lift up through the sternum. And then on the exhale, we're going to come forward, but no rounding over in the back. So think if you can keep bringing your chest forward and then like you're reaching through the crown of the head, right? And you may not go very far. I don't come forward very far on this pose, right? I've got some pretty tight hips, inner thighs. But it's always just a work in progress, right? Okay, inhale, come all the way up. On your exhale, you're going to bring your chin towards your chest, and then it's like you're going to roll down. So now we're really trying to round through the spine, as if we were trying to draw the belly button back and the forehead or the crown of the head down towards the toes. I'm just getting a lot of space through the back of the body. 2 more breaths. Nice. Inhale, roll all the way up. Now we're going to bring the hands to the outside of the thighs, draw the knees together, bring your hands behind your thighs. Okay, tilt back just a little bit so your feet come up off the floor. Balance here. Think about lifting up through the chest. Now bring your toes in line with your eyes, but keep your knees bent. And then if you want, you can release your hands, reaching your arms forward. 5 breaths here. Right? Know that this starts to really bother the front of your hips, like you get that cramp. Bring your hands back behind your thighs. Give yourself a little support. Lift up through the chest, right? If you're all good, reaching the arms forward, stay here for the last few breaths. If you would like, right, the option 3 is to straighten the legs, but keep the toes in line with the eyes. Last breath. Nice. Okay, bring your feet to the floor. Bring your hands behind your hips. We're going to lift the hips up and come into reverse tabletop. 5 breaths here. Yeah. Butts are heavy, huh? Yeah. Point your toes forward. Yes, ma'am. Lift your hips. You are. Your hips aren't on the floor. Good job, baby. Are you jealous because my hips are higher? She is. She's jealous. Look at her old mom with high hips. Full breath in. On the exhale, lower the hips down. We're going to straighten the legs out in front, sit up tall, and then fold over the legs. Any amount. It doesn't have to be crazy, right? Just bring your hands to the outside of the legs. Maybe you grab towards the feet. And just breathing into the back of the body once again. For me, this can feel, sometimes I feel it like in the backs of my legs, obviously, but sometimes I feel it in my lower back. And sometimes I even feel it like up in my shoulders and my neck. So really allowing this to be what it is, and that is a full back body stretch. 2 more breaths. Nice. All right, come all the way up. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. That's nice. I know. Bend your knees. Place your feet on the floor. So let's get into the hips just a little bit more. So I want you to bring your right ankle to your left thigh, and then you're going to hug your left knee into your chest. Yes, ma'am. Flex your right foot. Yes. And just breathe here because we're going to be here for at least 5 breaths. And see if when you're in these poses that maybe don't take as much strength to do, that we really focus on lengthening out the breath so that it can be the same length coming in as it is going out. See if you can inhale and exhale through your nose. Or you can try inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth too. Another way. Well, that's inhaling through your mouth. Go the other way. Oh, you're congested. All right. Let's switch legs. So release the right. Let's bring the left ankle to the right thigh and then hug the right knee in. Just breathe here. Flex your left foot. Yes, ma'am. Oh, you're more flexible on this side. Two more breaths. And then let's release this. Bring your feet to the floor, arms down by the side of the body. We're going to do two different kinds of bridges. The first bridge I want you to do, I want you to think, it's not how high your hips go. I want you to think of peeling your bum up off the floor, right? So letting it be like one vertebrae at a time. So go ahead and start to peel your hips up off the floor, right? Keeping the lower abdominals engaged, and then pressing down through the soles of the feet. Yes, right there. And you should get this like strengthening, stretching through the front of the hips. Take your hips up higher. Good. One more. Now slowly roll the hips down. And then I want you to inhale, roll the hips up. Exhale, roll the hips down. Let's do one more. Inhale, roll the hips up. Exhale, roll the hips down. Acacia just informed me this is good for your booty. So, yay. I like things that are good for my bum. Now, I want you to slide your heels in a little bit closer to your body, right? Bring your arms in closer to the side of the body. Now, bend your elbows so your forearms come up, your palms are facing. Take a full breath in here. On your exhale, puff up your chest by pressing into the backs of the arms. Now, inhale, take your hips up into bridge. Exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Interlace all 10 fingers behind your back. Rock your upper body side to side. Get your shoulders underneath you. Open up through the chest. Nice. Now, this is your inhale, right? Being up here. On your exhale, you're going to lower your hips down just till you get to your hands. And then inhale, take your hips back up. Exhale, lowers back down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, lower down. We're doing two more. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, lowers back down. Okay, inhale, take it up, and then hold here, right? Think about squeezing your legs together just a little bit. Let's point this chest forward. Yep. 4 more breaths. Think every time you inhale, we're opening up through the chest, creating more space. Every time you exhale, you're pressing down into the soles of the feet, right? Getting your hips up a little bit higher. See if you can use your butt more. Yes, ma'am. One more breath. Okay, inhale here. On your exhale, release your hands. You're fine, keep your hips up. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead to release your shoulders. Now, lift your heels up off the floor. Lower down one vertebrae at a time. Think about your tailbone coming down last. Nice. Bring your arms down by the side of the body. Heel toe your feet apart at least as wide as your mat. Now, you're going to lower your right knee in towards your mat. So you're coming to the inside of the right knee. And then reach your right arm up overhead. And if you want to go deeper, bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Yes. And breathe here. 3 breaths. Last one. And then let's release that. Bring your left foot down. And then bring your right arm down by your side. Okay, take this foot over. Now let's drop the left knee in towards the mat. So you're coming towards the inside of your knee. And then reach your left arm up overhead. Right? If you want more intensity, bring your right ankle to your left thigh. Yeah, and then think, your left hip comes up a little bit, right? We get more space on the left side of the body. Lovely. At least 3 more breaths here. Nice. Bring it back up to center. Release your right foot down. Bring your left arm down. Nice. Grab your strap, your leash, your scarf. You see it right there? I know. Take your right leg up. Bring the strap over the sole of the right foot. Let's pitch it on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So spend a couple of breaths here, just kind of getting situated. I want you to walk your hands up the strap so your arms are straight. And it's almost like you're reaching your hands up towards your foot, like take your shoulders away from the mat just a tiny bit. So then from here, I want you to take a full breath in. On your exhale, draw your shoulder blades back down towards the floor. Perfect. Stay here. Straighten your left leg down towards the mat. Yeah. Now bring both straps into your left hand. Take your right arm out to the side. And you are just going to tip your right leg over as far as you want to go until your right hip comes on top of your left and you're pressing through your right heel. If this bothers your shoulder, bring your hand behind your head or bring your arm down by the side of the body with your palm facing down. Is this okay on your back? Okay. Are you breathing? You need to breathe. You got to breathe or you'll die. You can't not breathe. You'll pass out. Hopefully. Sometimes you do, and you use a different part of your brain when you think about breathing. Brain things are crazy. She told me she's not taking biology right now. She's taking environmental science. We'll have to discuss this next year. Okay, one more breath. Because I'm pretty sure Acacia's not breathing. Come all the way onto your back. Oh, hug your knee in, child. Yeah, come back. Hug your knee in. Hey now, hug your knee and be nice to your leg. Yes, rotate your right foot at the ankle. And I want you to go 2 times in each direction. Right, once you do 2, you reverse it. Perfect. Now bring your right foot to the floor. Take your left leg up. Let's grab the strap over the sole of the foot. Okay, oh, nobody likes to show off, Acacia. Okay, walk your hands up the strap so your arms are straight. Think you have a super straight left leg. Full breath in. Then on the exhale, it's those subtleties, right? Drawing the shoulder blades down towards the floor. The significant difference between your right and left side, Miss Acacia. Okay, now let's straighten the right leg out. Nice. I know you do. Okay, one more breath. Bring both straps into your right hand. We are going to tip the left leg all the way over. Maybe it comes to the floor. Stacking your left hip on top of the right, right? Keep the left leg strong and reaching back through your left fingertips. Perfect. Do you feel this one? Yeah. Okay, good. You still breathing? 3 more breaths. All right. Let's come back to center. You can bend your left knee to make that a little bit more available. And then hug your left knee in. Let's ditch the strap. And rotate your left foot at the ankle. Go both directions. Yeah. Now bring both feet to the floor. Yeah. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Let your knees come towards one another. Yeah. Bring one hand to your navel and one hand over your sternum. Close your eyes. I want you to take a full breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's hug the knees in. One more time. Yeah. And then I want you to make little circles with your knees. Salud. Right? So massage your lower back. Like a baby, yeah. And then go in the other direction with your circles. Now, hugging your knees in. Bless you, baby. Take a full breath in. On the exhale, bring your chin up towards your knees. So squeeze everything into a little ball. Yes. And then release that. Come all the way onto your back and set up for Shavasana. So if you have your blanket, let's maybe bring that underneath your head for a little cushion, right? Another option is you can place it over your pelvis for a little bit of weight. That feels nice. And then I want you to let your palms face up, right? So it's almost like we roll the shoulders back underneath us so that the palms face up. If you want to, you can always place your hands anywhere along your heart or over your center, your core, your navel. And then I want you to open and close the jaw just a couple of times. Release any tension in the neck. Relax all the muscles that surround the eyes. So relax your cheeks, your forehead, right? Your eyebrows. And we'll slowly start to deepen the breath. Your next inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Come into a full body stretch. And with the exhale, bending one knee at a time, place your feet on the floor. And let's roll onto the left side using the left arm as a pillow. And just pausing here, right? Allowing yourself this moment, right? This pause to transition from Shavasana, right? From releasing and letting go. Right? And then we come onto our side, and I like to spend a moment here with the knees drawn in and just noticing how it feels, right? To lay on our side with our knees drawn in. It's comforting, right? Like our nervous system automatically switches over to parasympathetic so that we are able to rest and digest, right? All of a sudden, the face is more relaxed, the jaw, right? Maybe your stomach is making noises because it's ready to eat or digesting. But the nice thing about being in this space of safety is feeling supported, right? Feeling connected to maybe your yoga mat or our yoga community. And it's from this space, right? This connection that I like to connect to our heart and think of 3 things that you're grateful for. Take another full breath in here. And on the exhale, come all the way back up to your seat. Yeah, sit up, Mama. She's like, I don't want to. And let's find a comfortable seat. Yeah, and then bring your hands over your heart, stacking one hand on top of the other, and then gently bowing the head. With your mind, offer your heart perfect gratitude, right? Gratitude for beating, pumping blood, moving oxygen through the body. Gratitude to your heart for being your center and your space for compassion and kindness and forgiveness. I want you to offer yourself all of these things. I want to thank you for sharing your practice and your energy with us this morning. Let's bring the hands together in front of the heart. Take a full breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Bringing the thumbs up to the third eye, gently bowing in. Namaste. Are you hungry, pumpkin? Yeah, always.